Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So first of all, I do want to note that my audio could sound very different because I'm in a much bigger room now recording. I might have to soundproof this room, I'm not exactly sure yet. I'll see how the audio turns out after this video's up and all of that. Yes, I know I could just do audio tests and all that, but I'll know after this video, it's fine. So I missed quite a bit of stuff over this last week. There's actually quite a bit of information out there, a lot of promotional material. It seems like AMC has just went really nuts with all the promotional stuff and in a really amazing way. I'm super hyped with how much they're promoting it. We're 3 weeks now. Actually, yeah, 3 weeks today until the season returns. The long wait is finally over and I'm hyped to be doing videos again. Everything on my end, we're all settled and all that now, so yeah, I'm excited to explore and talk about the second half of The Walking Dead. I mean, I am super hyped for the second half because there's a lot to be excited about. There really is, like from Michonne's departure and how it might happen if there's some stuff connected there with Rick, to Maggie's return, like that is happening in this season. The princess, she's going to be appearing at some point this season, likely with Maggie potentially, or maybe not. Maybe she appears beforehand, but she will be a character appearing, I'm guessing, towards the second half of this second half. We have a lot of crazy exciting stuff coming up and I am just super excited. The Whisper arc will be coming to a close at the end of this season. I would imagine anyways. I don't think they're going to continue this going into season 11. That's Commonwealth territory. Sure, there could be little tiny things here and there. It's possible if you read the comic and you know what happens with Beta, that kind of goes into season 11 a little bit, just like in the first half, and then, you know, it's wrapped up in the way it's wrapped up in the comic. But the point is, there's so much to talk about, and I am just very excited. So let's do that. The first thing I want to talk about is Virgil, because we got this teaser here of Virgil standing in the back and kind of looking at Michonne in this very creepy way. It's the first teaser that has suggested that Virgil is not what he seems. He's not like this really good person, and that there could be something more to him than we were expecting. And so I want to talk about that because that's, yeah, I never thought of it like that. Like, could Virgil be a villain? So before we jump in, I do have to warn you for spoilers for the first half of the season, or first half of season 10. And also, if you're new to the channel and you want more Walking Dead content like this, just make sure to be a subscriber. We're 3 weeks now until The Walking Dead returns. Expect a lot more information to come out, episode titles, synopsises for each episode. I'm still waiting on the episode title for Michonne's final episode, but that might not come out for maybe another week or two. I mean, who knows? We might be waiting until the week of. Like, for some reason, there's something very spoilery about the title, I'm assuming, so that's why they're not giving it away yet. I guess we'll see, right? There's so much to talk about, so if you want to get my videos breaking down all this information, my reviews for each episode and all of that, just make sure to be a subscriber. So what I do want to talk about is whether or not Michonne is in danger in this scene, because we see Virgil, he's in the back, we have this very creepy music, and he's staring at her. Now, it looks like this is from one of those Entertainment Weekly. I think it was Entertainment Weekly. I could be wrong with this, but it was one of those images where we saw Michonne with a flashlight, like she was discovering something, and Virgil was standing in the back. It looks like this is part of that scene, which I think suggests that Michonne is looking for something here. She's either that or she has just discovered something about Virgil. She's walked in, she has her flashlight on, and she sees something that is very, I guess something that Virgil wouldn't want her to see. And so Virgil standing behind her, realizing that, oh shit, she just found out. And then he has to explain what it all is and all of that. I mean, that could be a possibility. But as for is Michonne in danger, I mean, I do think she probably is in some sort of danger. I don't think it's going to be necessarily what we're all thinking in terms of Virgil's just very friendly. She's going to go there and find out that Rick's alive and then get some weapons and then leave. And Virgil just kind of is done, you know. There's definitely something more here, and I think Virgil could be more of a threat. It could result in something good, you know, with Michonne finding out that Rick's alive, but I don't think Virgil is who he says he is, at least as of now. It almost seems like he's like this perfect person who has all the answers. Oh, I have all these weapons. Oh, if you just, you know, if you give me a ride to this island, I can give you all these weapons to fight the threat, or just, you know, I don't think he's that perfect. And so is Michonne in danger? I don't think she's in danger in terms of a death. I do think she is, though, in some sort of danger. But where could they be going with this Virgil storyline? Ignore all the Rick stuff, which I know a lot of that. I mean, for me personally, it is very hard to even imagine what this Virgil storyline could be without Rick. Because it's connected to Michonne's final story, I kind of think that Rick has to be involved. But what if he isn't? What is happening here? Why is this worthy of giving us of this perfect send-off, or apparent perfect send-off for Michonne? As we know, Michonne will, I'm imagining in her last episode, wear a headscarf, I believe is what people are calling it. I could be wrong with that, but she has this like headscarf bandana like thing on her head. And it doesn't seem like she returns home immediately, too. If you notice, after all the naval base stuff, she's actually off the island, and it looks like she's just trying to get back home. She doesn't have a horse, she doesn't have any kind of, I guess, transport to get back home. And so she's almost struggling on this journey to get back, kind of like, I guess in a similar way to Rick, right? Like Rick was trying to get back home. I guess he was leading the walkers away from home, but Rick was traveling. He was walking on this road, and that's kind of what it looks like Michonne's final story is going to be. We just have a lot of shots of her with zombies in the back, and she's holding them with chains, and we have all these flashbacks to, I guess, when she used to do that back in season 2, 3, like that time period. And so what does that tell us about her time spent at the naval base? I don't think her time spent there is going to be that long. I'm assuming she's going to be in 2 more episodes. I know the rumor out there was that she was going to be in 1 more episode, but as of now, I'm going to assume that it's 2 more episodes. And I think she's only going to be at that naval base for 1 episode. I think we're going to see her go there. They'll encounter this boat here. They might scavenge it for supplies or whatever. And then, yeah, they'll eventually make it to the naval base. Whatever's going to happen there will happen. And then eventually at the end of the episode, she's going to leave. Something's going to happen there, though, which is going to be the big cliffhanger for her final episode, which is kind of why I feel like this is going to happen in 11. I know I've said previously that I think all the naval base and Rick stuff, or if it's going to be Rick related anyways, was going to happen in episode 10, and then 11 will be the battle and whatever. And 11 still could be the actual battle. I still think that makes sense. But maybe Michonne's time at the naval base before her final episode will happen alongside that battle. I think it kind of makes a lot of sense, you know, because whatever's going to happen at that battle, she will return to Hilltop. She will make it there. The timing might be a little off within the episodes, and that's why that shot of her holding Lucille makes sense. It's at nighttime. It could be happening during the battle at the hilltop, or at least just a little bit afterwards, because that is happening at nighttime, right? Now, does Virgil know who Michonne is? I think that is a possibility we should be at least exploring a little bit, is that Virgil was sent potentially on this mission to maybe retrieve Michonne. I just have this weird feeling that that could be a possibility. Maybe he's known for a while now who Michonne is and where she's located, and his whole mission was to retrieve her. Maybe when he found Virgil, he wasn't trying to find his family. He was following Michonne for a while now, and so his mission was to retrieve her, like get her to the naval base and tell her about Rick, and then she leaves, or I don't know. Like, I know that's very conspiracy-minded, so that's probably not the case. But there is definitely something very off with Virgil. We always focus on Michonne and how she could find out about Rick and how she's going to leave and all that. But we never focus on the Virgil aspect to it. What happens to him afterwards? And I think the possibilities there really are endless, because I think it depends on what Scott Gimple has planned for the Rick movies. If, of course, this is connected to the Rick movies. Where does Virgil fit in with all of it? Was he sent by Rick to find Michonne? That's a possibility. Maybe Rick couldn't go and find Michonne. Maybe there was a reason why he personally couldn't do it himself, and so he sent Virgil to go and do it. Or maybe he was sent by someone else that knows Rick, does not like him, is against everything Rick believes in, and wants nothing more than to maybe kill Michonne to get back at Rick, or maybe capture Michonne to use Michonne in some really, I guess, evil plot or whatever against Rick, and maybe that'll happen in the first movie. Thus, Virgil could be like an assassin or like a kidnapper, or, you know, or he could just be who we were all thinking he could be all along, right? He was someone who knew Rick or was in the know about the CRM and knows more about that helicopter rescue. Maybe he knew Jadis, right? He knows that Jadis arrived with another passenger, and then Michonne's confused and is wondering who. Because Jadis' departure has not really been brought up yet. It's actually very, very awkward. Like, everyone just kind of forgot that she left. I'm sure they were probably like, she doesn't want to be around. She was weird anyway, so who cares? But it's still very weird. Like, Gabriel knew about the helicopter. Why didn't he tell anyone about that? And I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff there that should have been brought up. And if Gabriel does die, like I'm thinking he's going to die in episode 10, I don't think we're ever going to get answers to that. It's just going to be gone. Like, why didn't Gabriel tell anyone about the helicopter? Well, who cares now? Because he's dead, right? But overall, I'm definitely very excited for this final part of the story. I can't wait to see how Michonne's going to exit the show. I really am excited about all that. It'll be sad with her gone, but at this point, I've been so used to it. I think when Rick left, it made me very, very used to the idea of people leaving, to the point now where even if Daryl or Carol left, it's like, I mean, that could hurt me watching the show for the future. It might not feel like The Walking Dead, but I don't know yet. I did say the same thing about Rick. Like, I was really, really worried about Rick leaving, and if I could watch in the future, and turns out I can, maybe that'll happen with Daryl or Carol too. But since Rick left, the idea of a bigger character or a main character leaving, it's not so scary anymore. Plus, we have Megan coming back later too, so. Also, I think it's because I know Michonne's not going to die. I think if Michonne actually died, I might be a lot more upset about it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Virgil is a danger to Michonne? And do you guys have any more predictions about it as we get into the second half of the season? Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.